year. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know I love Jujutsu Kaisen with all my heart. Hearing Jump say, listen bro, listen. We're gonna put it in there. Y'all will get it consistently for free. It was the greatest news I heard since World Trigger returning. Now if you wonder why I care so much about this series, I think I said this before. It reminds me what I wanted of Bleach, but better. I love the powers because they don't explain every detail to you, but you have a great idea of how they work, and you never really know how a character is going to use their ability until they fight against a certain character. And there's always new surprises left, right, and center. The plot's pretty simple. A kid, for some reason, can host the world's most dangerous demon. And because there's a lot of people see him as the host of the demon, not as a kid who just wants to let everyone live and die a life worth living. That's all he ever wants. Yes, he can be quick-tempered, but he's actually a good guy. Everyone that's his friend knows this, but to everyone else, they can only see him as Suzuna's host. And he died, but he came back. Because I could say, wow, but I want to spoil it for you. I want you to read it for yourself and understand the greatness that is Jujutsu Kaisen. Because for a long time, the situation we had, you could enjoy it, but there are some missing chapters. And right now, we're still have like a good 5 or 6 chapter gap that we need to get filled. Hopefully translators put in that work and we get it ASAP. Hold the Rocky. The manga is actually doing really good. The volume is selling well. And I'm hoping for an anime announcement in like 2 years, so there'll be enough content to cover. Now, the basic appeal to Jujutsu Kaisen to me is how everything works together. The art, the plot, the characters, they all work together smoothly. Now, if you read even chapter 1, it's just good. Because the main character, yes, he's aware that he's going into a new world where everyone, in a way, knows their role, what they're supposed to do. Yes, he understands that people will only see him as Suzuka's host, so they don't want to get close to him. But still, he's still doing his thing. What else could you ever ask for? I like about how they do the powers in the actual series, curses. It's based on negative energy. If it's too much negative energy in one place, boom, it's cursed. Yes, there's ways to kill curses, but you have to curse yourself. Yes, not everyone can see curses. Cool. And now we're this awesome tournament arc, and it's just sensational. It's Tokyo versus Kyoto, and it's getting spicy because a lot of these characters, they do know each other, and there's a lot of tension in the air because some situations where people want to make moves, but they have to follow their orders. So what do you choose first? Your mission or your own personal beliefs? And no matter what, that's always going to be a hard thing to do, even in real life. Because think about it. Let's say your boss tells you your main thing they want you to do at your job is get results. But what you really want to do is make meaningful interactions. What's more important to you? What your boss told you to do or what you want to do? And that will be an internal conflict you'll have every single day. And it's crazy. I love the main character, Yuji. He is GOAT status, bro. And at first we didn't know his hair color, but now it's confirmed because we've seen him on this giant poster that has all the Jump characters, including Emma. But anyways, what about Jujutsu Kaisen? What I like about the fights, they're always interesting to watch. Because what I didn't like about Bleach was the simple fact of they told you too much of what's going on. And with other series, you have no grasp of how powers work. So it's like, you know what the power is, but you don't know when is it the best time to use, when shouldn't you use it. With Jujutsu Kaisen, you could tell that even though everyone has a good ability, there's still so much more they can do. There's still so much more training to be done. I hope for a training arc, but you don't really need it because, once again, what I like about Yuji in general, old boy learns on his feet and he's aware of how his power works. The best way to describe his powers, pretty much his attacks double, but it takes time. So if you know this fact, you just gotta dodge his punch. But if you don't know this fact, you'll be confident and then you'll be like, oh, his punch doesn't hurt. And then yang! It'll hit you how powerful it is a moment later. I like that. And I like about all the strong characters so far in the series, pretty much, if you know how the ability works, you can counter it. And even if an ability is known by the enemy, if you don't know how to counter this person, or you don't know how many fights the person's been in, it's hard to beat them. Like, I remember in one fight, Oba was literally saying how his power worked. And he was like, why would you do that? That puts you at disadvantage. And he's like, it doesn't really matter, because either way, I'm still bodying you. And in a way, that kind of came true, but not all the way. It's the first time I read a series, and from chapter 1, I was like, yes, bro, it's gonna be lit. Yuji's not a really broken main character, because like I said, while he may be the host of this crazy powerful demon, that demon does not want to cooperate with them, because here's how things supposed to end up. Yuji needs to eat all the fragments of this demon, and he's the only one that can host them, because normally what happens is the hosts, after eating one piece, they die. Or Suzuki could take over and they can't do anything about it. But in Yuji's case, he can actually control his body even when Suzukina is trying to take control. And he's always aware of what's going on. So it's like, okay, Suzuki take over his body, he kills 12 people, he didn't know what happened. He gonna know, and he can take control back. That's what I like about it. But it makes him a big threat, because this is the first time it ever happened. So the higher-ups are saying, okay, smart thing to do, let him eat on Suzukina, then kill him. Others are saying, no, he's too dangerous as he is. Because he has ability, kill him now, and you won't have to worry about Suzukina. But to me, that's still a crazy alternative, because in Yuji's case, he just wants to die for something. He don't care if he dies now, but he still wants to care about his squad. So I could see the whole series ending with him matching Suzukina, and then if push comes to shove, then kill himself. But if he doesn't have to kill himself, he doesn't have to kill himself, because they were saying something like, either he dies now or later. And it's crazy, because he already died, and they're still acting kind of crazy about the whole situation. And like about the series also, all the characters are pretty cool. Like Megumi, that's my man's, bro. I love his ability. And I like how he went from just saying, okay, I'm just going to complete my mission, I don't want Yuji involved, to, hey, that's my man, that's my homie. And how another character did not like Yuji in the beginning, but now they're best friends. And even though they have to fight in this tournament, they're still putting in work. It's sensational. And so far, even the villains in this series, they're like antagonists. Yeah, they do messed up stuff, but they have brought up some interesting questions to think about. What makes a monster? The fact it kills people indiscriminately, or a monster is aware of situations and still chooses to kill? Which one's worse? Is humanity at fault because they create curses and then want to destroy their own creations? Or it's just a byproduct of being human? Humans just want perfection but will never achieve it, and that's what makes them imperfect. It's a lot of interesting ideologies going on in Jujutsu Kaisen. And for a lot of characters, I wouldn't say they're bad, I feel like they're misguided, because what I like about Jujutsu Kaisen, it covers one of my favorite things in anime, or manga in general. Everyone lives according to their own mindset. Yes, society plays a role, but not everyone has to see things all the same way. And it's really apparent in the latest chapter. Because one girl was saying, remember, if you're born into a certain family, certain expectations are put on you. So you gotta do whatever you can to secure your bag. Because she's saying, if you're a woman and you're not cute, what can you do in this field, really? How far can you really ascend? Let's say you're born into a well-known family. How do you live up to expectations? What happens if you can't reach them? If you fail, what do you do then? Another character is saying it doesn't matter. You can be cute and strong at the same time, even if you're a woman. Who said you can only be one or the other? Huh? That makes literally no sense. Because she was saying, yeah. Other character was saying, scars on your face are only cute or handsome if you're a man. If you're a woman, that's it. That's the end of your career. You can't progress any further. And I find that very interesting, because maybe that's how a lot of women feel in today's society. It's like they have to play a certain role, and they can't reach outside the role. They can't switch roles. Maybe some feel like you can have more than one role. And I was like, okay, Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, you out here make me think about them life questions, think about all the possibilities. Also, Think about Yuji's case. A lot of people are treated a certain way based on one thing about them, whether it's their fault or not. You didn't choose Suzuka. It just ended up happening that way. And he didn't know at the time. And yes, well, I understand the school is saying the smartest thing to do is kill him right here, right now. That's not the best course of action, because if Yuji is dead, that means no one else can contain and control Suzuka. So when that man goes on his rampage, who's gonna stop that demon? They're gonna use all the resources and end up dying when it could avoid that whole possibility in the very beginning. That's what I'm talking about. It's like one out of Bleach, but interesting power system like One Piece. But I actually care about every character introduced. Not just like, oh, this character, they just there. They're not gonna matter. And every time I see a character's backstory, it really shows me that, hey, no matter what you say, your past is always going to play a big part of who you are. And your environment too. And yes, while it's easy to say if you're not that person, you can easily change. Change isn't easy as saying, okay, I'm going to be like this, and I'm going to keep being like this. It takes time. Sometimes you need a big move to happen to you. Sometimes you just need that right friend, and then things can get better, things can get worse. And that's exactly what I like about the thing in the first place. Jujutsu Kaisen is a series where every time I read it, every time I talk about it, it just gets me hyped. And it reminds me of how I feel when I first found World Trigger. I was just like, yes, bro, this is what I need, this is what I wanted. Something that can always surprise me and show me things I didn't even think was possible. And what I like about this current tournament, it actually has a purpose behind it. Two purposes. One, that the orders are given. Two, what they can do with it. So we learned if you want to rank up, this tournament's the best way to do things. And if people like what you did, recommend you to a higher rank. Higher rank means higher chances of having a better life, more money, more opportunities. So I can see why certain characters, despite not liking the situation they're in, I can see why they may do things they don't like to get where they want to be, because that's how it works in real life too. You may hate a certain thing, but you need the opportunity to improve or get to a place that you want to be dealing with. Just a thought. I know from you guys, if you read Jujutsu Kaisen, what comes to mind? What exactly do you like about it? What don't you like about it? That's the stuff I want to know from y'all. What, if you're a part of the series, what don't you like about it? How you feel about the community? All that good stuff. I could really say so much more. That's all my current thoughts on it, and I don't want to spoil it, because I feel like if I say more, I'm going to be spoiling and give you every reason not to watch it. But overall, if I had to rank it, I would give Jujutsu Kaisen easily a B+, but has like A+ potential, because one chapter like 41 right now, and based on what I've seen, by the time we get to chapter 75 or even 50, it's going off, bro. Everything gonna change for the greater good, or it can go horribly wrong, and I can't wait to see how it plays out regardless. So hey, if you haven't already, read Jujutsu Kaisen. There's some chapters of it on, I'm pretty sure it's Manga Dex, if you want to like read, and then you can put up the missing chapters eventually, and there's a couple chapters on the Viz in the year. I can say so much more, but my unit needs me. Oh, do your boy a favor. If you enjoy what I do and support me any way you can, there's Patreon, I got Twitter, and I got Discord. And